The local ones are local government.
Yeah, you can have local referendums, and as long as they don't violate the Constitution, they're fine.
We don't have a constitution. That's
Yeah, they do. You have a form of a constitution in the UK. You do.
That's the thing.
You have your version of it. Your version, whatever your version is.
We don't. We have freedom of opinion, of expression. That's what we have. We have freedom of expression. It's not a freedom of speech. It's totally different.
I'm not talking about speech. Listen to what I'm saying to you. You can have local referendums, right?
Don't talk down to me like that, right?
They don't like that.
All right, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. This is kind of funny. I gotta see this.
So, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I was playing Assassin's Creed. The Assassin's Creed which I was playing was Valhalla. I finished Black Flag. I was like, well, I haven't. I've never beaten Valhalla, so I'll give it a shot. So when I'm up late at night, if I'm listening, I was doing a bunch of research on Tenet, trying to get everything I could possibly get down with that. So I was just kind of listening while I was playing, and I get this DM. Right, this DM. Oh, such and such is over on this panel. This panel's talking shit about you, right? This feminist panel's talking shit about you. And I said, oh, really? So I went to pay them a visit. And this is what happened.
Hang on, Andrew, hi. I can't see you. Normally I do ask if you can just see your face so I know that, oh, it's you. I know who you are. Oh, yeah, we've got Andrew on panel. Andrew, welcome to my panel.
Yeah, I just came on because I heard that there was some little bitch on here talking shit about how I abused my wife. So where's he at?
He's just dropped down.
Oh, he just dropped out. Oh, I'm so shocked. So wait a second. All this talking of shit about Andrew Wilson, and the second I come on, they run off. Anybody else got something they want to say to me?
Yeah, is this are you the dude that he was saying he smack around your wife or something?
No, never happened. Totally made up.
Then he was full of shit then.
Yeah, he was full of shit. Anybody else got something they want to say?
I don't know anything about your wife, so I can't say nothing.
Okay, good. Well, then stop talking shit and go fuck yourselves.
I didn't know
that,
bro.
Nobody.
Now, this got them into Spurg mode 9000, and the cope started immediately. But it continues.
You can say anything about your man.
Okay.
You go.
Okay, says a lot about the guy who's I didn't stay up on panel.
I didn't even hear that part of the
Nobody
conversation.
even said anything about him apart from one person, and then he tells everybody else to go and fuck themselves. Well, how about you go and fuck yourself, and I'll end this with a fuck you and have a nice day.
He's got 5 kids, right?
That, and I actually said that I didn't think that was abusive the way he spoke to his wife.
Crispy, he's got 5 kids, right?
Huh?
He's got 5 kids, right?
He's got a lot of children, yeah. I think so.
Yeah,
I'm not
he's
sure
got
exactly
enough problems.
No, I mean, like I said, I was talking about him. I was saying nothing about his wife because I know nothing about his wife, so I can't mention his wife. I was saying that the impression that he gave me when he talks about women, it's not very godly. I would have loved for him to come up on my panel and discuss that.
It's not very godly how he talks to women. It's not godly at all. It's not godly at all. Are you an atheist? Yes. Oh, but it's not godly? No. I see you went with the kick at the front door tactic shotgun out. I see. Well, yeah. So you got to rile them up a little bit, right? If they're talking smack, it's like you got to go. Yeah, you got to go in and do that from time to time, right?
The person who said stuff about your wife is not on the panel right now.
Why did he run like that when?
Well, I guess it says a lot about I don't know. Well,
I don't know why.
Shouldn't have done that. He ran. Oof. Shouldn't have done that.
Denison is Denison. I can't be responsible for the comments set up on come out of somebody else's mouth. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I know nothing about his wife, and I said nothing about his wife. So
I don't care about his wife.
And I took a point to say that I didn't think that was abusive. I don't think that's right to say that about somebody unless you know for sure. I don't think it's respectful necessarily, but I didn't think it was abusive.
And I wasn't even on panel.
Hang on, welcome back, Andrew. Now, you told us all to fuck off. Did you want to elaborate on that fuck off?
Well, I didn't know that when I came in and said, "Hey, who else has something to say?" and nobody said a fucking word. That the second I hop, hang on, guys. That the second I hop back off, it would be more shit talking. If you've got something to say to me, then just say it.
All right, then I will say it. That was one person that came up and said something about you being abusive to your wife. He said he hears it. He's heard it from your mouth where you've told her. No.
I'm not talking about that, lady. I'm not talking about that, brat. Shut up. I'm talking about what this chick just said, where she wants to confront me because I'm mean to women. Oh, you're mean to women. He's so mean to women. Oh.
I'm the one that said
he's so mean to women.
Abusive to women. I said that I thought it was disrespectful. That's
nobody gives a shit what you think is disrespectful.
Okay,
now, do you want to get? Do you want to now?
You know what?
Now, do you want to get into the
panel? But now you can fuck off.
So they kick me, right? They kick me, but it's not over yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Go, Mel. Go on, Pen.
Fuck out of here with that.
Go, Mel.
Get the fuck out of here for that shit. You just proved my point.
Exactly.
Yep. So, like, you want to come up here and start bitching about something that literally I defended you on, and so I said that I personally would not care for that. I personally would not care for that. So fuck off.
Yeah.
The cope. The cope is the fun
Flo,
part.
Did you want to add to the Twilight Zone?
No.
You could hear their collective orifices pucker when they realized it was you. I'm sure it took the EMS hours to pry them from their chairs. It's so funny. It's so funny. All right.
I just ended my stream and redirected people over here. So I figured I'd soak up some of the loosh.
Yeah.
Soak up some of the loosh. No,
you know how I am.
I gave him the opportunity to come up and discuss with me. We clarified the whole wife thing and what Denizen said. That, like,
Denizen jumped down as soon as he came up.
Oh, I didn't even hear it.
That was wild.
But I was trying. If he'd given me a chance to talk to him, I would have asked him about his opinions on why God
literally
hates
kicked
prostitutes.
me
Because as far as I know, God never said anything about prostitutes. And like somebody said, he was actually trying to protect, in his time, a prostitute for being stoned. Now he came in and he proved my point that yes, he's abusive to women.
I don't
he came
think
in
that's
like fire. He's going, I'm going to tell this fucking chick. Nobody gives a fuck. Okay.
I don't know that.
Can't talk to me if you kick me, lady. Well, come up and stop shouting and just chill and talk to me.
There's like 5 people trying to scream at me, but if I raise my voice at all, it's like, oh, my pearls, they must be clutched.
I'm not abusing the women on my panel because I will not allow the women on my panel to be verbally abused.
Oh, you're verbally abusing them,
When she was trying to defend you.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Right.
Okay, great. So just so you know, if there's 4 people and they're all talking at me at the same time, in order to control the flow of the conversation, I have to be assertive. That's the way that works.
All right. Well, if everybody can mute, please, I want to ask Andrew a few questions, if that's okay. And then, if Andrew's comfortable with it, other people can ask questions. Is that okay with you, Andrew?
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, I wanted to ask you, I have seen you around on YouTube. You're a big creator. Who hasn't seen you around on YouTube?
Yeah, abusing women. You've seen me around on abusing women, like I just did here.
I didn't say anything about.
Well, why did you just say I abused a woman while I was on here?
You just came up panel and you screamed at Crispy, who actually defended.
No, you said it was abuse. You said it was what made that abuse?
Verbal abuse.
What made it? What made it abuse? That I asserted myself?
I didn't say that it was verbal abuse.
I didn't. Hang on. I'm asking her. What made it abuse? Other than it hurt your feelings. Other than hurt your feelings, what made it abuse?
No, Andrew, listen. Where's it gone? I have many a panel when I talk about the whole
aren't you?
between men and women.
Yes, I am.
Right. So
You hear this guy? He's like, you're condescending, aren't you?
Bullets. Let them talk. Bullets. Let them talk. I'm gonna drop you. Bro.
Yeah. No. He needs to jump in a white knight, bro. He needs to white knight. Let him white knight. Let him tell me how abusive and mean. Tell him how mean I am to the old lady. Tell him how mean I am to the woman who just called me abusive, and I'm the mean one. Go ahead, white knight. Tell me.
This isn't becoming of you, Andrew. Talk
wait.
Becoming of you,
nobody
Andrew.
cares
Crispy,
what you think is becoming soft-ass Christianity. Now, let's get to the questions. I would like the answer to my question, which is what made that abusive? What made it abusive?
You came up on panel and you started calling one of my ladies like every name under the sun.
Didn't call her anything. I didn't call her a single name. You just made it up.
Didn't call her anything.
You literally just made that shit up. No, that never happened either. You made it all up.
I made it all up because like people are not
What name did I call her? What name did I call her?
You wanted to come in because of a comment that somebody else made, and she defended.
This is abuse?
There's verbal abuse. I can't talk to no clown if he's not to
this is really funny. Okay, hang on. What name did I call her? Can you tell me?
I don't remember. You just came in.
I don't remember. You just made it up. So you made it up.
Andrew, right? Stop, please. I'm trying to respect you as as an individual, and you just.
It sounds real respectful when you call me abusive. That's very respectful.
I said verbal abuse. Andrew.
Yes, is that? Yeah. What does that mean? Does that just mean that I asserted myself? What does that mean?
Okay, so let me ask you: why is it when you? Well,
how about you answer my question before you ask me one?
Okay, look, no abuse going on here. Andrew's perfectly perfect. No abuse.
So you're sorry, right? You apologize.
You have the right to
I feel like I deserved an apology after that.
You apologize? You apologize for being mean? That was mean. You should apologize. Yeah, you should apologize. How dare you call me abusive? That was just mean. Don't you think you should retract that horrible comment?
Well, there's the definition right there. Flow state's got it.
Deserved an apology.
So I will ask you, Andrew, when you I've heard you talking very badly about women in prostitution and sex workers and all that.
Oh yeah? Yeah, why don't you tell me a single thing I've said that was negative towards women? Go ahead.
Wait. Let's. I think she didn't finish the question. Just to be fair.
I wanted to
ask. Why? Well, I don't understand. Why do you have to keep interjecting? Are we allowed to have a conversation without you white knighting all over the place?
I'm not white knight. I'm just keeping it fair.
You're making a fool out of yourself. Let her talk.
I'm keeping it fair, just like I saw.
Out of the two of us, I'm the one here not infantilizing the woman. So if you don't mind, can she talk?
That's exactly what I said.
I would have asked.
By the way, I enjoy doing this shit to these people. I fucking just love doing this shit to them.
I heard you say some really bad things about sex workers and prostitutions and women in general. Can you just tell me whereabouts in the Bible is there a bit where it says cause mass division for men and women to hate each other? Because I reject your premise. I think you're lying. I don't think you've ever heard any such thing. Give me an example. I don't have any clips of you, so I can't do it.
So you just made it up.
No, I'm just telling you that's the impression you give me when I listen to you.
Oh, it's an impression now. I thought before you had heard me say it.
I have heard you say stuff about women.
Then tell me what I've said. So imagine this. Imagine for a second somebody says, I've heard that you've said all this negative stuff about X. And I say, what negative stuff? I don't know. But I'm just going to go ahead with the premise as though you did and then make you respond to a false premise. Does that even sound rational to you?
Have you told your wife to shut the fuck up?
What is that? Let's say I told her to shut the fuck up every morning when I was having breakfast. What does that have to do with this? What does that have to do with this conversation?
You just asked for
maybe she likes it. Maybe when she gets up, maybe when she gets up in the morning, she loves hearing "shut the fuck up." It's her favorite. For all you know, like you don't know, you would have zero reference there, zero frame of reference. If you don't mind, can you tell me what negative thing you think I've said about women?
Yeah, I don't have the clips, so I can't see clipped it just because.
So you don't know.
No, I do know. I've heard you say.
Made the whole fucking thing up. These people just made all of this shit up. Had nothing to back any of it up.
Shit about women.
If you know, then tell me what I've said.
I'm trying, but you're not fucking listening, Andrew.
I do. All I'm asking is for a single example of an actual thing I've said. You have nothing. You have zeros. Nothing.
I don't do clippings. I don't clip other creators. That's not the way I am. I discuss subjects. And I'm telling you, the little I've heard you on panel talking about when you interview those women and how those women are all like, they're all pieces of shit because they've got OnlyFans. And you telling me you never said that the women?
Yeah, that's literally never happened, ever. I've never said you're a piece of shit because you have an OnlyFans. You just made that up.
Have you said ever
yeah, you made it up.
Shit for being a prostitute or working in a sex?
No, I tell them that they shouldn't be prostitutes, that being a prostitute is bad.
Why is a prostitute being prostitute is bad when the demand is all male?
So I'm coming at this from the form of Christian ethics, where this would be considered a sexual sin.
And did God not save a prostitute from being stoned?
No, he didn't.
No, that was adultery. Adultery, not prostitution. She was being stoned for.
He didn't. Okay.
No.
All right. Was there not a prostitute at the last supper?
No, there wasn't a prostitute at the Last Supper.
About Mary.
What was her name? Was it Mary Magdalene?
Yes.
I'm not religious.
Yeah, Mary Magdalene wasn't a prostitute, dolt.
Okay.
Mary Magdalene wasn't a prostitute, dolt.
Okay. So you're saying?
I didn't know that. Andrew just taught me, so I didn't know.
Andrew, would you like to start?
All right then, Andrew.
Would you like to start over and have a discussion?
Yeah, we can have the discussion, but here's what I won't accept. I won't accept false premises, and I won't accept you putting words in my mouth and saying things that I don't actually say. What happens is this. There's a great conflation which happens, where if I take the wrong tone with the poor woman, then somehow that equates to me saying all sorts of things which were never said. For instance, you're abusive and called this woman every name under the book. Claims the host, never called you a single name. Made the whole thing up. This happens to me all the time because you hear what you want to hear, not what's actually said.
Let us listen to one of the most epic spurg outs by a woman you've ever heard, ever. And do I lean into it? Do I make sure she spurgs just a little bit more? I do. I couldn't help myself. Here we go.
You see, my title, Andrew, which I would have appreciated your input with, right, was about YouTube creators who grift in the name of God, right? Your name came up. I didn't bring up your name. Your name came up. And what would have been a good way of approaching us, I mean, I know that guy said some shitty things about your wife. None of us commented on that. Crispy set him straight. What would have been great of you, Andrew, to have done is to just persuade me otherwise, that that's not the case. And that
persuade me. Convince me. Convince me. What you should have done is tried to convince me. What you should have done is kissed my ass. Like, yeah, fuck off, lady.
Why do I have some interest in persuading some 60 viewer Andy about anything? I came on here to defend myself. And that was it. I don't have any disillusion that I'm going to be able to persuade a secularist that believes prostitution's A-okay about anything.
Well, I don't believe that. Let's say somebody chooses to be a prostitute. I think that's up to them, whether it be a man or a woman.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. And I'm sure you base this on bodily autonomy, right? Do you base it on bodily autonomy?
Why judge somebody when it's got nothing to do with you? Why would you judge?
Why do we already move into the supposition that actions that people take have nothing to do with me? Don't they live in the same society that I live in? And isn't there a ripple effect that I have to deal with? Isn't the fact that pornography is such a corrupting force in society something I have to deal with? Yes, it is. And you just kind of pretend, people just always pretend like you don't. Like, oh, these are all just isolated in a vacuum and have nothing to do with you. When in fact they do have to do with everybody, don't they?
I got it, Mel. You focus. I got it. You focus. I got it.
Okay. I don't. In how I view things is that sex workers have been around. It's the oldest profession in the world, and if there wasn't a demand for it, there wouldn't be a supply. So I don't understand why.
Well, this is a common trope. First of all, it's not the oldest profession in the world. It's likely mercenary work's the oldest profession in the world. We don't really know what the oldest profession in the world is, right? It's just a trope.
I said one of the oldest professions in the world.
I said it's one of the oldest. Nope, she didn't say it's one of the oldest, but okay.
And if there wasn't a demand for it, then I don't imagine there would be the supply for it needed, right? So why are you not talking about the men who go to,
Gypsy,
create this demand? Why are you just targeting the people who supply it?
Well, so again, this is a problem with bad presuppositions and not understanding a person's positions. I go after the Johns or the buyers as much as I would go after the prostitutes. But I don't think that this idea of women just get to escape accountability because people buy their body, even though they're selling their body, is even rational or reasonable.
Okay, and I'll ask again, what business is it of your business? Who sells it?
I just explained to you. Do I not live in the same society that you live in?
Yeah, but prostitution doesn't affect me.
Okay, well, why do you vote? Why do you vote?
What do you mean, why do I vote? Because I have the right.
Why do you vote?
I have the right.
Well, okay, right. Okay, you only vote because you have the right to?
No, because sometimes I don't vote because I don't like either party. It just kind of depends.
Sure. So what you're trying to do is affect societal change towards a society that you want to see, right?
And prostitutes make such a massive difference in society.
Are you going to answer my question and without pivoting? You vote because you want to affect societal change towards a society you want to see, right?
Right.
Okay, and if a voting block is at 49% and you're at 51%, then you get to impose your will upon them, don't you?
Hello.
Yes. Yeah, you do. So wait a second. So you will impose your will for the society that you want to see based on your vote, regardless of what they think about it. Isn't that interesting that when I do the same exact thing, that's bad, but when you do it, totally fine?
Well, no, you can't compare voting with prostitution.
I'm sorry, can you vote? Can you vote to make sure there's no prostitutes? I think you can.
I wouldn't vote to make sure there was no prostitution.
I know you wouldn't vote, but you can vote to do so, right? You can vote to impose your will that there are no prostitutes because you think it makes a better society. What's your objection to that?
So hang on, let me get this straight so I understand correctly, right? You're saying that in the US, you can vote for a party that wants to abolish prostitution.
Well, you can vote for it in the UK too.
I don't recall, Rach, any party that promote abolishing prostitution.
So what?
Not in the UK.
What does that have to do with anything? They can push legislation for that, and you could vote on it. That's the point.
Yeah, they don't, and I don't vote on it. So
it doesn't. You're doing it. This is a bizarre claim that
it's the politicians in Britain that vote on whether or not they're going to pass laws, and the king has to pass it. So it's not the British people that decide whether a law is going to come in. We can ask for the law. We can
totally
get
not
the law
true, by the
into
way.
Parliament for them to have a look at. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to go through. It's the Parliament.
Well, it depends. If I remember correctly, in UK politics, you can have local referendums. Is that not correct?
The local ones are local.
Yeah, you can have local referendums, and as long as they don't violate the Constitution, they're fine.
We don't have a constitution. That's
Yeah, they do. You have a form of a constitution in the UK. You do.
That's the thing.
You have your version of it. Your version, whatever your version is.
We don't. We have freedom of opinion, of expression. That's what we have. We have freedom of expression. It's not a free speech. It's totally different.
I'm not talking about speech. Listen to what I'm saying to you. You can have local referendums, right?
Don't talk down to me like that, right?
All right, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. This is kind of funny. I gotta see this. There's nowhere else you're gonna get this.
I Okay.
I didn't try to. Okay. All right, we're done with that. That was a little bit entertaining. God damn it!
Because I'm not being spoken to. If you were standing in front of me now, I'd fucking lick you in hole.
I beat you up. I'm a strong woman. I would beat you up. I would beat you up. I'm so
I can do that as well.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Hold on. Smokey. Wait, where's that fucking comment? Don't delete that shit. Don't delete that comment. No mods delete that comment. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? I can't find it. Where is it?
It says, dude, your voice is...
No, not that one. It's the one where he said, I'm such a piece of shit for inviting Andrew. Look, Smokey. Let me tell you something, Smokey. Mel is running a good fucking show here, all right? Hold on, and I'm going to take over.
Yeah, that wasn't going to let them get away with that either.
Yeah, but that's because I'm on it.
Well, no.
Yeah,
We've been running good shows without you. But let me tell you something.
No, I guarantee you haven't. I've been watching this show, and it's garbage show.
Oh, you've been watching this show? Oh, let me see
That was
something.
a fucking lie.
Yeah, okay, so anyway.
I have. I've been watching it for the last 15 minutes, and other than me, which is the most entertaining part of it, this show sucks.
Okay,
Oh, you must not know who I am. But so look, let me tell you something.
Nobody is holding you hostage.
Go change the fucking diaper.
Inviting him was my choice because he got shit talked about. I'm not gonna let that shit stand. It doesn't matter who it is. My worst enemy could get shit talked. I'll still fucking send a message.
I can't believe I almost scripted that
Smokey, I fucks with you, but that's fucked up, bro. Anyway,
right, and I appreciate
continue
Resto.
the conversation.
No, I appreciate Resto because there was a man on this panel that was talking whack about Andrew and he came up to defend himself, and that's fair enough. I don't. That's not the bit that bothers me. He did what he did, and quite rightly, he had the right to defend himself. What I don't appreciate is the fact that, like, what the fuck was that? That last 5 minutes? What the fuck was that? I thought
some chick screaming at some chick screaming at the top of her lungs and threatening to beat me up. That's what that was.
And you were acting with no intelligence.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, when somebody spurs the fuck out, I'm going to make fun of them. I mean,